recorded. Like these things, like reishi mushroom is documented over 5,000 years of usage by the Chinese herbalists and alchemists. They actually documented that. But I'm willing to bet it was a lot longer than that. Right? Because why would you start documenting something out the gate? Wouldn't you want to sit with it for a while and see what it does before you actually start to, you know, depict it? That's kind of what makes sense to me. So these things have been done throughout time. Paudiarco is interesting because it reflects the issues you would have to contend with in that environment that it comes from. Right? And the Amazon is a little different than, like, you know, Los Angeles. Right? You're dealing with a whole different host of things. In the city, you're basically dealing with like antibiotics and sterilized soap and basically anti-life substances. Right? Like, does anyone know what an antibiotic actually means, that word? Like biotic. What is biotic? Or biosis? It's life. Because our body, you know, if you have like a dysbiosis, that's the medical term for when we have an imbalance of our gut flora. Well, our gut bacteria, actually our overall bacteria, makes up like 95% of us. That's crazy. Right? That defeats a lot of theories that have been put out there over the years. A lot of the scientific theories that have been put out there don't even make any sense. They're strictly theories with no practical evidence to back them up. Right? That's why we're going back into kind of like a natural intuition. And the Shipibo people and all the different people in the Amazon, they had to have some pretty good intuition to figure out, like, okay, this bark on this tree is antifungal. What are you dealing with the Amazon? You're dealing with like parasites, you're dealing with all kinds of crazy like animals and stuff. You're dealing with bacterial, like massive bacterial infections. You're dealing with fungal infections, right? And it turns out that all the main Amazon herbs are designed specifically to prevent and treat those conditions. That's crazy. And this is like pretty much the premier anti-fungal, anti-candida herb out there. And I know for a fact because my roommate had like some serious candida issues. And that was related to his mercury amalgam fillings. Does anyone know that mercury is directly, or candida in a lot of cases, directly related to mercury toxicity? Has anyone heard that? Oh yeah. A lot of us have been through that, like the invasive, inappropriate, and highly ineffective methodology of the dental industry, which at this point I'm not even convinced is even necessary on any level. The only reason the dentistry institution actually makes any sense is to undo the damage caused by the dentistry institution. It's like, wait, why do we have dentists? Wait, what's the point of that? Anyways, so you do your Paudiarca, you do your Chaga. Chaga, by the way, if you notice, it has different color components. This right here, this dark black pigmentation here, is basically where the melanin and the betulinic acid in Chaga is stored into, right? So the melanin, for example, is a powerful compound that's basically what makes our skin pigmentation. It makes the pigmentation of our eyes, of our hair, and also feeds a little gland in the like back up middle of our brain called the pineal gland. That third eye, which is referred to in like spiritual texts, actually controls a lot of the optical observation or the optical nerves that are transmitted in our eyes. So what we're seeing is being influenced by the functionality of our third eye.